can see your faces. Open up your cameras so I can see your faces, and then after the introduction, you can finish, you can skip, you can make your cameras off, and then I will explain how we will process, how we will start. You can hear me, right? Yes, somebody confirmed that you can hear me well. So I said that just, yes, very nice. How are you? I hope some of you have met me, or yes, I see you somewhere in Vietnam when I was visiting. Anybody can confirm? You know me?
Yes.
All right, good to know that. All right, today we will discuss that how we will proceed, what support I can provide, and we will discuss about your research topics, that how we have to look at them, and meanwhile I will try to look at your proposal which you have already submitted, and I will try to give the feedback as early as possible. But yes, today we will just discuss some general guidelines, general, that how we have to see on the topics, how we have to take on the whole thesis that you are about to write on that. Before I start, do you have any question? Any question before I start? No question? Oh, yes. I see some of the faces that I still remember when I was last time in Vietnam in November, last November. How are you guys? I hope you enjoy the Easter break. Can somebody speak so that I can see that our mics are working well? Anybody can confirm by speaking anything?
We still good, teacher.
All right, good. So now I feel that I'm alive, because before that it was just silence, no voice, nothing else. So it seems gives a. All right, let's start. So as we all know that you have to go through and submit your research proposal first of all, and then a complete dissertation report, which is approximately 8,000 words. And then at the end of that, you have to present your viva, right? The viva is that whatever you have written in the form of thesis, you have to present it in a small 10 to 15 minutes. Just follow the instruction that are in the module guide, right? So I would say that first of all, if you have to send an email to me, that is first of all, give me 2 to 3 days to reply to you, right? Don't be like, if you will send me an email, I will respond to you, right? I will try my earliest possible that I will try you, because sometimes if you ask me any question, I have to ask further to the administration on different people. So it takes time. So don't just send that, okay, you sent me email and after a few hours you send me a reminder and the next day you send me another reminder. No, it's not going to work on that, right? So if the matter is urgent, you can send me an email and wait for 2 to 3 days and I will come back to you. Is that clear? All right. The second thing is that we will arrange our meetings. The first and second meetings, I would prefer that we will have a collectively, where I will debrief you all the necessary and I will take your questions. And after the second meeting, I will see that, okay, how it will proceed if you need my assistance so we can have a one-to-one meeting. Is that clear? And we will decide about the meeting dates and we will see that. And even then, in between those meetings, if you have any urgent matter that you want to discuss with me, you can send me an email and I will respond to you as early as possible. All right? All right. So let's start from the structure, that how the thesis should be, as you already familiar with that. Minimum, if the university is providing you a complete structure, how you have to structure your thesis, it is well done. You have to follow them. If not, then generally we call that a thesis should be consisting of minimum 5 chapters. First one is introduction. Second one is literature review. Third one is your methodology. Fourth one is your analysis and findings. And fifth one is your conclusion, which includes the recommendation, your implications and all these things. And the sixth is references that you have to write on that. So normally we plan our thesis in this way. I will repeat the first chapter, which is introduction. The second is a literature review of your topic. The third one is your methodology. The fourth one is your findings, data analysis. The fifth one, conclusion recommendations. But yes, there is no hard and fast rule, but minimum chapters should be 5. You can go up to 6, 7 if you want to expand on that. It is up to your own creativity or the university, if university is guiding you that you have to plan for this. Is that clear? Any question on this? All right, good. So the next thing is that how we have to plan each and every chapter, right? Today, I will mostly discuss about the whole structure and our prime focus would be on the introduction. And in the next meeting, we will more talk about literature review and the methodology. And if you have any particular question, we will discuss. So when we plan our introduction, normally introduction is the main aspect, because this is the first chapter which everybody will read. And this chapter will tell us that what you are going to do, how you are going to do, what are your aims, what are your objectives, what is the gap that you are going to fill in. And at the end of the first chapter, you have to provide a structure of the whole thesis. That my first chapter is introduction, the second chapter will explain the literature review, the third chapter will talk about the methodology that I'm going to adopt, fourth chapter is this, fifth is this, sixth. So a short summary of whole structure of the thesis that would be at the end of the introduction. Is that clear? All right. So in the introduction, as logically, you have to give some background of the study, that explain that what the problem is, what is the situation, and then you will explain the problem statement, which is format you already understand these things. Then 2 important aspects, the aims, that is objectives, and the research questions that you have to mention. Categorically in the bullet points, you have to write the objectives. 3, 4, good enough. And same as parallel questions that you have to. But be careful about the wording. Whenever you are writing objectives, the objective should start from to investigate, to validate, to identify, to experiment. So the objectives, they always start from to, right? Is that clear? And it should be clear, separate lines, 3 or 4 objectives that you categorically going to identify. And then parallel questions. Question wording is, statement is that what are the factors, how it is affecting, and blah, blah, blah. That should be a phrases in the question mark at the end, that this is my questions and these are my objectives. All right, so introduction is done. Then the literature review. Literature review is always about, not that you have to explain each and everything. You just have to talk about your own topic. What are the variables? What is their background? How much study have been conducted on these variables or these models or whatever it is. So you have to give a brief history or the relationship mechanism of those variables, whatever, falling under your topic. We will come back to the topic because topic is important. I will talk about towards the end. So after defining your literature review, towards the end of the literature review, you might have to discuss your hypothesis or propositions. Hypotheses are important when you are going for a quantitative studies. When the methodology we will discuss, we will talk about 2 types of studies that we will be interested in doing this. One is the qualitative and the other one is quantitative, right? So we will talk about them. So coming back to the literature review, towards the end of the literature review, you have to propose some hypotheses. Hypotheses are the statements that you want to validate, that this is my statement and I believe that it is true. So with the methodology, with the finding, with the data analysis, you will tell us at the end that these hypotheses are accepted or not, right? And at the end, you will propose a conceptual model of the variables, that this variable is related to this variable has an impact on this variable has an impact on this. We will talk about more in the second meeting. Then there comes the third chapter, methodology. Methodology is that how you will conduct your study. As I already said that you have to start thinking, or you have already made a mind, wonderful, that what kind of a methodology you are going to adopt. Your study is a qualitative normally in the form of interviews, right? And quantitative is in the form of data survey that you will collect, right? So you have to decide first of all that what kind of a study you want to do. If it is interviews, I would recommend around 8 to 10 interviews should be in your thesis. And one interview should span around 30 to 40 minutes, right? You have to record it, you have to analyze it, you have to bring the findings. So this is qualitative. If you are going for a quantitative, so you have to have a survey, questions that you will get filled. I would recommend that for survey, minimum 100 questionnaires should be filled and you have to analyze it, right? So rest of the things we will discuss in the coming week. Then, and methodology, whatever you are opting at, you have to justify. You don't have to say that, okay, I'm going for quantitative, I'm going for this, I'm going for survey, I'm going for this. No, this is not the way. We have to justify why we are selecting quantitative, why we are preferring qualitative. So it will depend on your questions, that what question you have in your mind. So it's all related. It is not that all the chapters are different. No, every chapter will help each other and they should be linked together. Then in the fourth chapter, you will analyze. If it is qualitative, you will go for arithmetic analysis or any approach, and Vivo software you will use or you will do by yourself. Alternatively, if it is a quantitative, you will go for SPSS. You will analyze frequencies, correlations, regression, whatever the methodology you will adopt. Then findings, conclusion, last chapter, recommendations. In the last chapter, you have to talk about what was you were targeting in the introduction. These are my objectives. So in the last chapter, you have to talk about that your objectives are achieved or not. What the findings and results they are saying that yes, whatever you are suggesting in the introduction, they are fulfilled or not. So you have to talk about these. Then you have to talk about the implications, the contribution, that what your findings are contributing in the literature as well as the practical life of the business, right? So this is the way. And then towards the end, references are very important. And minimum, I would say that you have to go, although there is no limit on that, but minimum we expect that approximately 15 references you will be using, minimum. Up to you can go for 20, 30, 40, up to whatever you think of. But I would suggest that minimum 15 references should be there in your thesis. And yes, this is all about the structure of the thesis. And coming back to the abstract. Before introduction, there is a place that you can or you have to provide an abstract of your. Abstract is a short summary of the whole thesis in a very small one-page summary without any paragraphs. So it is one paragraph complete. You have to tell very short, very briefly, what is the topic, what the problem was there, how you conducted, what you found, how you analyze, and what is the final contribution of your studies. So very briefly, one page. At the end of the abstract, you have to mention some keywords, approximately 5 keywords that will represent your study at the end of the abstract, right? So this is the whole structure that we have discussed. Table of contents you have to provide. I know that you are all familiar with that. If not, we will talk about it later. Now comes to the topic. How we will select a topic for your study. The topic should not be a very narrowed, that okay, I'm trying to focus on the Ho Chi Minh City. So when you have a topic that is only a problem with my city, it is very a narrowed topic. Why people like, I'm not living in Ho Chi Minh City. I'm living in UK. Why I will study your paper? I have no interest because your topic is all about Ho Chi Minh City. You see that? So it is very narrow deprived. We don't have to do like this. Or even if you say that, okay, my study is about Vietnam. I'm living in USA. I'm living in Canada. And when I will see a topic in your thesis that this study is conducted only in Vietnam, will not pay attention to it. You got the point? Because Vietnam is not of my interest. But yes, if you say that my topic is about the emerging impact of AI, I'm interested. Wherever I'm living in Pakistan, I'm living in Australia, I'm living in Canada. So when I see a topic, a title, the impact of AI in marketing, right? Or the impact of AI in financial sector. So I would be interested in looking at that, what you have done. Although you have collected the data from Vietnam, from the Ho Chi Minh City, that is a secondary thing. But yes, I'm interested in your topic because the topic is general. It has attention to all of the world people. You got the point? That don't put these keywords which will just reduce the focus of your research only in Vietnam or only in Ho Chi Minh City. So the topic should be a catchy one, should be broadly addressing the problem of the world. Then definitely we are living in Vietnam, so we have to collect the data from Vietnam. We are living in Ho Chi Minh City maybe, so we will be connecting data from the Ho Chi Minh City. But that is the secondary thing. We will conduct research in Vietnam. But your topic should not be that narrowed down that I conducted this research. Like for example, the AI impact in HR in a company in Vietnam in Ho Chi Minh City and this. This is not attractive. This is not interesting. So remove these keywords which are narrowed down rather than talk about a general feature or a general topic on this. Understand? So this is the way that we have to look at these. Now I will explain all these things. I would say that if you have any question, you can ask me, and I would happy to answer your questions. And let me see that if you have any questions written. I would prefer that if you can speak here rather than write. Yes, any question? Anything you want me to answer? Yeah, we have some question. As for the introduction, may I reuse my research proposal? Yes. Normally, it is linked. When you will submit your research proposal, you will get the feedback. On the feedback, you can continue the same topic, or if you want to modify it, it's all understandable. So there's no harm in it. So as I think that you have already submitted your research proposal, I will go through them. I will give my feedback on that. And after reading the feedback, if you want to change the title, the topic, it's absolutely fine. You can do that. Any other questions? Any other question we have? Any type of questions that you are confused or you want to ask me to give you? No question? All clear? Okay, let me see your research proposal and the deadline. And yes, you have to send me the ethical approval forms, I guess. And if you need, just complete your ethical form and send it to me. But don't forget to write your module code as BMP6001, then your name and something, so that I know that who you are, because I'm involved in many other supervisions. So if you will just send your name, I will not be getting to it. So in email, in the title, mention the BMP6001, whatever it is, the code, and then your name, and so that I can recognize you. And you have to send me the ethical approval form, and we will do that. And yes, here is your dissertation. Your research proposal is there. Yeah, the due date was 8th of April, and I guess that everyone has already submitted. And 19th of May. I will try my best to give you feedback on your research proposals as early as possible. And it may take 1 or 2 weeks, right? Stay with me. But as I said that, you already have my suggestions on the topic and the title and the structure. You can start working on those things. And when you will get your feedback on that, so just polish your ideas further on this. Yeah, I can see some of the students, they still did not submit. Yeah, I don't know, they are my student or someone else, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 students who haven't submitted the research proposal yet. It's fine. Do it as early as possible if you want your feedback on that. And I will do this as early as I could. Yes. Any other question? If you cannot speak or you don't want to speak, you can write your question in the comment and I will respond to that.
Teacher,
Yes.
I have sent you the ethics form, but after the meetings, I want to change the topic. So, do I need to change my ethics forms because it includes the titles too?
Yeah, I would say that if you have already changed or you want to change it, because I did not see any ethical form so far, so you can submit it. Yes, the revised one as early as possible. Okay.
Actually, we have to send the ethics forms to you via the Outlook, and you have to sign it in, and then we will continue to submit it on Moodle. So I have sent
Yes.
you the emails. So I just asking that because as you said that we should then narrow down the titles. So I
Yes.
just want to change this a little bit. So do
Yeah.
I need to resend my email because the type is different?
If you want, yes, you can send me a revised one.
Okay.
I'm happy to approve. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? Yes, anyone? Any question?
Teacher, I have a questions.
Sure.
You said that we should not have to narrow down the topic, right? So I'm concerned that a broad topic that makes it hard to show the novelty, as most of the general areas are already well explored. So do you have any advice or suggestions on how I can prove or write to my thesis, more specifically the research gap?
All right, wonderful. It's a very nice and very relevant question that when you talk about a general thing, so it would be more general, not specific. Yes, but here is your creativity, that you can talk about a topic in a way that it should be a creativity into that. That is, I can just only suggest that you have to put a question in a way that it should be showing a novelty on that. But yes, as I said that, if we will narrow down with the name of the city, then the readers, because the real purpose when we suggest our students to do a research, we are researching a topic which is interested for all the world, right? So that should be your horizon or scope of the study. If you will write it down, Vietnam, it reduces your scope, right? So the readers will not focus on that. But yes, I would suggest a second part or a least part, that if you can reduce up to Vietnam, even then it is interesting. But don't focus on the city level, that it is Ho Chi Minh City's problem, right? So rest is my suggestion that pick some keywords from your titles and make it as interesting, and then that is your creativity, that how you will write your title. It should be interesting, it should be short, it should be catchy, but just based on your keywords. Try to hit some, use any tools, AI, they can suggest you. If you will give them some keywords and ask them that, okay, give me some catchy titles, they will suggest you. So you can follow these things. All right? Yes, any other question? Any other question, please? And if there is no question, then we will conclude today's meeting. And okay, tell me when we should have a second meeting. Suggest me any date, so I will fix it, and I will send you a second meeting date. When is the deadline for the thesis that we see, so that we can plan our meetings accordingly? The thesis is due on 28th of July, right? 28th of July is the deadline, and we are in April, May, June, July. So we can have a one meeting in May. Suggest me a date, or otherwise I would say you will have April and you will 11th, 12th. So 12th of May is fine with you? 12th of May is Tuesday. Everyone is okay? Give me a thumb if, or say yes in the comments. So 12th of May, same time at 11 on Tuesday, I would say. And if there is any change, we will see. 12th of May is okay for me. Okay, it's fine. So I will send you a meetings invite, and or the same way, Zoom link through meetings, and we will see that our second meeting will be on the 12th of May at 11 o'clock UK time. I will put it into my calendar and I will send you the second invite. 12th of May.
Teacher, we have
Yes.
a class on 12 May.
What you have? Sorry?
We have a class on 12 May
Okay.
from 13:30 to 16:30.
Okay. So you will not be free by that time at 11 UK time, like in what's the time by now at your end?
Maybe can we start it on morning?
Yeah, UK 11, you are 7 hours ahead of me. So 7 means 6 o'clock in the evening, I guess. So you will not be free?
6 o'clock. Can we change another day?
Okay, let me see. Wednesday, 13th.
39 is okay.
Everyone else, Wednesday, 13th of May. Is that okay?
We have no class on 13.
So I guess yes. So let's put it on 13th of May, 11 o'clock, Wednesday. 13th of May.
o'clock. It's in
11 o'clock
time.
UK time. So I will send you the link or Zoom link or Teams link, right? You have the Teams, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will see that how I can send them Teams link or Zoom link, both will work with me, and we will have a next meeting. All
Thank
done.
you, sir.
So here I will write in the comment as well. So we will have a 13:05 at 11 UK time. Next meeting. Next meeting is 13th of May at 11 UK time. Okay, and in that meeting, bring all your questions. By that time, you will have the feedback on your research proposal. Go through it, review your questions, try to write down introduction, literature review, methodology, and the instructions, and bring your questions, and we will discuss in detail on the second meeting. All clear? And if there is no more questions, we can conclude today's meeting, right? And see you in the next meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, teacher.